Y'all already know what it is. Jay Williams, let's live life, and we're back. What happens when they put an openly gay male inside a prison as a guard? Today I'm gonna tell y'all the story of Officer Britt. Y'all ain't even ready for this, but let's relive it. So around 2011, the place I was at, we got a new guy there. And this ain't the guy I was telling y'all about in the beginning of the intro. This guy was a guy by the name of, I believe he was either Colonel or Captain Yance. Yance came from a Supermax. They sent him to Greensville to try to clean the place up, to try to help out with the violence, to do something about the drugs, to do something about the knives, the attacks on guards, the guards beating up inmates. Yance was known throughout DOC. He had been at these Supermaxes for years. Ruled him with an iron fist. He shows up. I come out the chow hall one day. Big white man, big tall white guy. And he's got a couple other, top flight security officers standing there with him. And we're coming out the chow hall, and he's, patting down every one of us, which is, it's not uncommon to get patted down coming out the chow hall, but it's uncommon for every single person to get patted down coming out the chow hall. Regular CO, just a CO I've seen before, pats me down, and John says, that ain't how you do it. That ain't how you do it. If he had something, you wouldn't have found it. John goes to the guy beside me. John takes and runs his hands under his arms, got the guy stretched out like this, runs his hands under and over his arms, down his sides, down his fronts, down his back, down his legs, and he gets all the way up to the crotch area, checks, are you good to go? Dude is like, the fuck? Dude just grabbed my shit, like gay ass motherfucker. Like, dude goes in on him, right? Lock him up, get him out of here, get him off my compound, get him in the hole. Just because dude felt disrespected. We weren't used to nothing like that, right? Next thing you know, a whole bunch of guards just start getting fired. Johnson's doing his rounds. He's on his gung-ho thing. Oh, get him gone. Oh, get him gone. Get her gone. Get him gone. So now we're short-handed. So we're staying locked down a lot because we don't have enough guards to cover the building. I told you on another story that a lot of times before they hire these guards, they'll walk them in their street clothes. We'll probably be locked down for count, locked down at nighttime, whatever the case may be. We hear the door open. We'll see a sergeant or a lieutenant come in. Well, this happened to be Yance. Late night. Yance comes walking in. He's got about 15 recruits with him. People that are going to potentially work at Greensville. He wants to show them the environment. He wants to show them the animals in their rarest form. You know what I mean? They're coming through and we're looking. There's guys, there's girls. I don't really, I glimpse out and watch something on TV in the cell. I go back to what I'm doing, and I hear somebody go, yo, fruity booty ass, gay ass dude. Somebody screaming out the door. Then I hear a couple more dudes. I'm like, who's they yelling at, man? I go to the door and I look, and as the guards, these recruits are passing my cell, one of them is clearly gay. You might ask yourself, how do you look gay? That's a stupid question. Some gay men you can't pick out, and then there's some guys that instantly you look and you're like, all right, he's gay. And then there's some guys that aren't gay that just look gay. This is a bigger black man, maybe upwards of maybe 5'10", 5'11", shaped real funny. You know what I mean? He's got that old just Oompa Loompa shape to him. Shaped kind of like an eggplant that's dying or something, right? Dudes are going in, screaming, blasting this dude. So Yance stops, gets on his radio, tells the control booth, cell 7, cell 13, starts calling off cell numbers. These are the cells he's assuming people are yelling from. Yeah, write those cell numbers down. We'll be back. They go on through. Dudes just keep screaming at this gay guy. Next day they come in. and they tear these guys' cells apart. Yance comes in with them. He's showing them, you act out in here, I'll make your life a living hell. They take everything out the guy's cells and they're just throwing it out in the middle of the pod. It's not what they usually do. They just usually go through, dump through things, mess things up, flip things over, leave out, and you put your stuff back where it goes. Yance is in there and he's tossing mats out cells. He's shaking every piece of clothes, going through every piece of mail, trying to find a reason to lock you up. Well, we would take the razors you shave your face with, bust those razors open, and the only real purpose that little razor served was to do little arts and crafts stuff. Cut your sleeves off your shirt, you know, whatever. But we weren't really using those for the most part to cut people with. That's just, it's not what we did. We had big ass knives. We didn't need the razors. Yance would find the little razor, lock him up, send him to the hole for a weapons charge. And it's gonna stick. So now you've got these guys getting shipped to the mountains because this Yance character is in there ruling with the iron fist, right? A couple weeks goes by and it is just a miserable, already chaotic environment because Yance has showed up. We're coming out to chow hall one day. Actually, I didn't go to chow. Everybody else went. And when dudes come back, dudes are snapping. How they gonna have a gay dude working outside the chow hall grabbing dicks? Man, that shit ain't even cool. Like, he grabbed my whole entire dick. Dude was like, so what you do about it? He's like, I cussed his ass out. He's like, man, you ain't cussed him out. Yance would have locked your ass up. Man, I cussed him out. As more and more dudes are coming back, at first I'm thinking, maybe dude's just homophobic. Dude ain't never been around nobody gay before. I'm thinking all these different things. Other dudes are starting to come back, and they're saying, you know, the same thing. Man, they got this CO named Britt, the gay one that walked through a couple weeks ago, working outside the chow hall. Man, he searched me, patted me down, and grabbed my whole entire everything. Just reached up in there, got him a full handful. And so, you good, you can go. He's like, dude's just over there snapping right now. Dude's saying, nah, you ain't gonna shake me down. I said, oh man, here we go. More pressure in the already overboiling pressure pot we live in. This would go on for a minute now. I knew when Britt worked, so I didn't even want to go to the chow hall because I knew it wasn't going to end good. I go to the chow hall one day, I come out, there stands Yance, there stands, you know, another one of the new rookies, and there stands Britt. I'm looking at like which one I can try to finagle my way over to because we're all going to get searched. I go to the other rookie, and Yance goes, no, Britt, shake this up. They call us offenders. Shake this offender down. I said, oh man. So I step up, not trying to go the hole. Put my arms out. You know, runs his hands down my arms, down my sides, front, back. Sure enough, runs his hands down my leg. And when he gets up his hands to the other leg, I feel him moving too close, I back up. Yance goes, is there a problem? I said, yeah, dude ain't about to grab my dick, man. I said, I ain't, you know, ain't nothing there but dick. Ain't nothing for him to be searching up in there, reaching up in there and grabbing for. You gonna let him search you or you gonna go to the hole? I said, well, you know, you can search me. He can search me, but y'all already know what's up with this man. Everybody's complaining. People dropping request forms. How you gonna have him, you know what I mean? Nah, that shit ain't happening. I'm gonna ask you again, you gonna let him search you or you going to the hole? Britt, he's good, I already searched him. So I peel out. A little bit later in the day, Britt's walking to the pod, he walks by the cell. I say, hey man, come here, let me holler at you. Comes over to the cell and says, is there something you need? I said, look, I ain't trying to be rude. I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but whatever Yance has got y'all on, you ain't got to be grabbing nobody's dick, man. I said, everybody knows you're gay. Like, you need to refrain from that or you gonna find yourself in a situation. What, are you threatening me? No, I'm not threatening you. Don't take that as a threat. I'm trying to give you some words of advice. If you keep reaching up and grabbing dudes in places you shouldn't be grabbing them, somebody's not going, you know what I mean? Somebody's eventually going to spark your ass. Whatever. Takes off walking. In the days to come, we start getting complaints from other inmates. He's walking by the showers. He's looking in the showers at guys. And these are single stall showers. One person at a time. There's no point, no reason for a guard to be looking in there at a naked man taking a shower. Zero. What can he be in there doing besides taking a shower or, you know, handling his business. But if he's handling his business and you look in there, that's on you. This guard, Britt, is walking right by the showers on top tier and looking over at him. Dudes are coming out, snapping. Towel wrapped around him. Get your gay ass out of here. Look at here, get nah. By now, a lot of dudes have gotten locked up behind addressing Britt, coming at Britt, speaking on what Britt's doing. And the guards aren't doing nothing about it. Yancey ain't gonna do nothing about it. He stands behind his officers 1,000% unless they get caught doing something criminal. Yancey's taking it like everybody's just saying this because the guy's gay. But the facts of the matter is, he's doing things he shouldn't be doing. Whether he's gay, straight, male, female, you don't need to be looking in the showers. You don't need to be grabbing people's, you know, dicks and balls. You don't need to be doing none of that. He walked up to somebody's cell, and there was another situation where a dude was in his cell and he was gunning, but he was in the privacy of his cell. He had the pillow in the door. Nobody could see him. He's in there doing what he's doing. Britt pushes the pillow in the door, sees what he's doing, and proceeds to stand there and stare at him for a second before walking off. I told y'all now, it always ends bad. Dudes are coming from the gym one day. Guards are outside the gym, shaking people down. I'm headed up that way, headed to the gym. We share the gym with other buildings. And as these dudes are coming out, I'm going that way. I see complete chaos just break out. I see an officer and a dude just going at it. But the officer's not so much doing the fighting. The officer is getting his ass whooped and trying to get away. Then I see another officer run up, tackle the dude, and they get him cuffed. As I get closer, because they stop all movement. Stop, everybody move, stop. As I get closer, I realize it's Officer Britt. Dude is done busted Britt's shit. Done went up in Britt's mouth, went upside Britt's head. Britt's patting people down. Got to one of these old heads that ain't feeling that shit. Grabbed him the wrong way and boop, 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 boop. Dude takes off, starts fucking Britt up. Beats Britt's ass right there in front of the gym, right? Usually when that happens, you either become a sergeant, a lieutenant, or they move you to another part of the compound. A lot of times the guards will quit because now their reputation is tarnished. Not Britt. They give Britt a couple days off. 2-3 days later, Britt is back. He's in rare form. Ain't nothing changed about him. He is the same dude. Well, they get to a point where they no longer want Britt searching people. They no longer want Britt out in front of the chow hall or the gym, so they put him in the control booth. Britt's in the control booth, back to his same shit. Showers on the top, showers on the bottom. If you just look up at the top showers, all you're gonna see is half a stall door, some ankles and some knees. Now, if you're an officer and you're in the booth and you lean over and look up, you're gonna see everything you shouldn't see. Britt is constantly pretending he's dropping stuff. Britt's leaning over like he's getting paperwork and looking up in the shower at the guys in the shower. And people are peeping it. You look over the door, you see Britt looking up at you. You're like, yo, what are you doing, man? Why are you looking up here? Eventually comes along a dude, man, and I can't remember dude's name because I didn't rock, but we're just going to call him Old Boy. Old Boy goes to the booth one day and hollers at Britt. He tells everybody, man, I'm going to straighten this shit. But we all know this dude messes with the boys in prison, right? Like, he's gay, openly gay. He got a boy and everything. He goes up to the control booth, starts talking to Britt, I guess trying to talk some sense into him, telling him, look, one of these dudes end up taking your life in. Somebody's going to kill you, right? He would leave from the control booth. Nothing would really change. But then all of a sudden, dude starts going to the control booth more and more and more and more. He's at the control booth all the time. His boy is located in another building. He's been trying to get his boy moved down with him for the longest. And all of a sudden, he ain't trying no more. Now all of a sudden, he's at the control booth. And we're all kind of picking up on what's going on. Like, yo, dude likes the officer. He likes Britt, right? Gets to a point where this dude is coming up, you know, he's soon to be released. We all knew he wasn't going to be. He had been in there quite a while. I think he was down for like 20 years. He was getting ready to get out. And every time Britt would come out the booth, this dude would just, like, Britt would go up, you know, doing his rounds upstairs and stuff. this dude and our pod would disappear. Britt would let him out prior to him leaving, and they would both just kind of disappear. So everybody's talking. Everybody's saying, man, they fucking, man. They definitely fucking. They gotta be fucking. Where's he going? Tell me why dude gets to the point where he goes ahead and he goes home. Old boy gets out. He gets released. Everything's back to normal. Britt's back to his touchy-feely shit. Britt's back to being a peeping Tom. And this don't apply to everybody, anybody that's gay, so don't take it like that. This is Britt. He's back on his bullshit, right? I want to say it's maybe 2.5 weeks later, we don't see Britt no more. I'm thinking, yes, he got moved to another part of the compound. Yes, Britt is gone. Yes, we can just, you know what I mean? We got gay people all around us, but they stay in their lane. You know what I mean? Gay men don't want straight men. Gay men go after gay men. Or guys that, you know, play baseball. You know, that if you're in the sport, they're at you. But they're not coming at me. They're not coming at nobody else. They stay in their lane. We think Britt got transferred. He's on the other side of the yard. Maybe they put him outside. Maybe they put him in a tower. And then we hear one of the officers talking. And some of these officers are cool and they'll break down to you what's going on. Officer tells us that old boy was released. And when Britt found out that he wasn't allowed to talk to him on the streets, he quit his job to be with the inmate. Him and old boy linked up on the outside. I guess they had them a love thing going. And that was the end of Officer Britt, the touchy-feely CO. Now, before anybody says, you know, I did any bashing, I didn't. Do I think that gay men should be COs in a male prison? No, I don't. I don't think that if you love to eat chocolate, you should work at a chocolate factory. You know what I mean? Where there's temptation, there's going to be problems. I was glad to see Britt go and not get himself killed. The problems with Yance, still, I believe he's still there to this day, have not slowed up. Yance should have kept his ass up in the mountains where he belonged. But yeah, things like this happen. I'd seen worse. I'd seen not that bad, but Britt was a whole nother story. You can actually look in the news. There's a couple of situations of male guards raping male inmates. That wasn't Britt. Britt was just trying to get in where he fit in. He found him a man, left that career behind, and went on about his business. Crazy, crazy things. But y'all know, man, these institutions, these prisons, correctional facilities, detention centers are all just crazier worlds inside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? And as always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. To all my real ones and the awesome real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Y'all know how we do. Salute.